Hi, it's me, Tori from Hobby Stories. Today is February 28th, 2023, and this is my FlossTube 58. I'm going to talk about my 3 finishes, the 5 whips that I've been working on since December 31st, and where I've been. And if you don't care where I've been because I'm starting that first, then just skip ahead. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't care. So, I did my last video on December 31st. Oh, let me start with welcome to everybody. Thank you for watching. I hope everybody's doing okay. So, I did my last video on December 31st, and I said I was going to try to do every 10 days and show my updates because I had a whip rotation going and I was doing really well. Okay, well then 2023 happened, and on January 9th I was on a ladder. I tried to break my finger with a pair of pliers and I twisted my back. So I didn't really do anything for a couple days because I was in a lot of pain. And 2 days later, I was really, really in pain. So we went to the ER, and I found out that I already knew I had osteoporosis. Now I have osteopenia, and I have arthritis in my back. But anyway, they said I was clear. Just rest, take it easy, stay off the ladders. So, okay, I went home, and then that night, I fell down. So, yeah, that night I fell down. It was our little entryway. I scraped my arm really bad on the TV, re-injured the finger that I had just gotten checked out, and I bruised my hip really bad. It was just an inner bruise. It went numb, and I couldn't walk and stuff like that. So I just put ice and stuff on it because I could move and everything, and they already said I had arthritis. So I didn't go back to the doctor or anything. I just laid around with ice and heat on it, and I was in a lot of pain, so I didn't do a lot of stitching or anything. So eventually we went to a doctor because we needed to find a new doctor, and he said just take it easy and put heat and ice and everything on it. And then we had a whole bunch of other appointments where then it's February and we got the C word, that thing that's running around that everybody's getting. And we were so sick. I was so upset. I cried for like the first 4 days when I was awake because I slept for like 3 days straight. And I was vomiting and bloody nose and all kinds of stuff. I did not have the usual symptoms everybody has. So Coral was not getting it, so I thought it was like my ulcer or my sinuses or whatever. And then Coral got sick too. So we kind of suffered through for a few days, and then we got a test, and yeah, it came out positive. So that was on February 10th, and we still, we're clear, but we still have the remnants of it all. We just cannot get rid of these coughs and stuffy nose and not feeling great. I did have quite a few bouts of vomiting for the 2 weeks that I had it, but we're getting better, so if I have to edit out coughing or clearing my throat or whatever, I will. But that's where I've been, and it's been a crappy 2 months. And we don't even want to talk about March because we don't want to know how bad that's going to be. And the only plus side of having the C word that knocked me down and kept me on the couch was my hip is a lot better because all I could do was lay there with heat on it. And that helped. It's not numb anymore, and I can walk again. I was using a cane there for a while, and I'm hoping I'm better. My finger is still messed up because it's numb, and I have to keep a splint on it, but it's okay. It's going to be all right. So I'm not going to wear the splint during this because I can't bend my finger with it on. So, okay, so here we go. I have 3 finishes. So my first one is not really a 23 finish, although it kind of is because I did the last stitches on January 1st. But here is my 2022 temperature chart. And some of my colors were bleeding because I washed it to get the blue pen off, and the reds are bleeding because they were not DMC. They were just some random floss I found in my thing. I think it came with it was an apron kit. It made napkins, something like that. It was in that floss, so yeah. So mostly where the red is, it just kind of bled around, but whatever. But here it is. It was free from, well, it is free from Jardin Privé. They have a lot of free temperature charts on their thing. So that was my first finish. Then I worked on Down on the Farm. So let's see, temperature chart, I didn't write down how many days because I think it was just 1. But Down on the Farm, my chair is going to squeak all the way through this, I'm sorry. I just showed you a picture of what it looked like last time. It is now finished. And I worked on it for 26 days until I was done. And here it is. So I had to make the door myself because this was supposed to be 28 count and it's actually 14. Oh, and the temperature chart was also 14 count. But I devised my own door. It looks kind of weird, but whatever. It's okay. I don't mind. And I do kind of don't like really how I did the outlines of the house, but that's okay too. And I did them with 1 strand, where over here I started doing it with 2 strands, and I like the 2 strands better. But here is Down on the Farm, all finished. There it is. And I'm very glad. So that's my first finish of 2023. My second finish, I just finished, I do believe it was last week. This one is Lesley Teare. It was a free stitch along that she had done, I don't know what year it is, but I had saved it online from her blog, and here it is. This is that polyester 14 count antique white fabric that I got from Joann's. I just saw 14 count and went, yay. And then I realized it was polyester. It's really hard. It says to make like table runners and stuff like that out of it. But I mostly worked on this while I was down with my hip and the C word. Yeah, this was the virus. So I got it all done. There were some days that I didn't care about stitching at all, and there was other days where I got a little bit done. My eyes were so tired during that, and I had a lot of symptoms a lot of people don't talk about. So I got it done. That's all I cared about working on. So I just got it out. I put it on stretcher bars so that I could control it better because it wasn't a Q-snap. And then I tried a scroll frame, and I ended up just settling on a stretcher bar that like just barely covered it. It was a little rough up here when I had to like lean forward or whatever, but I got it done. And there's mistakes in it because like here, that's not supposed to touch, and I don't care. This was a sickness project, and I'm lucky I even got it done. So that's my second finish for 2023. That's not too bad. That's one a month, so that's not bad. And this one actually got 18 days. Okay, so now we're going into my regular whips, which is 5. And we always start with Miss Rapunzel, who I have not worked on since I gave up on the princesses when I got sick. I just picked up Floral. That was it. And so Rapunzel got 20 days since the last time of my video. So you've seen a picture of where. Here's where she is. I'm thinking about picking her up again and just do her until she's done. I don't know if I'm going to do her. Right now, I'm working on one project at a time. So I don't know if I'm just going to pick this up and start working on it or just do it like every few days. Just pick it up when I can. But I want to get Rapunzel finished. I don't want her anymore. I want her to be done. So she got 20 days, and I don't know when I'm going back, but here's where she is. And then next we have Cinderella, because I always do her next. And there's where she was last time. I have not worked on her since before I got sick. She also got 20 days. She still has one more day of her rotation. And here she is. So I'm in the middle of working on 27. Just a really light purple, or maybe a grayish. I can't really tell, but here's where she is. And yeah, I just kind of put them aside when I got sick, so bummer. So that's her for when I pick her back up again. Then I started working on, after I finished, no, that is wrong. On January 1st, I was working on Down on the Farm. Let's see, I finished that. No, I did not finish it. It was right before the ladder incident. Ugh. Man, a lot happened. I started pulling out my Christmas things. I have 3 Christmas projects I was working on. And they're 2012, 2014, and 2015. And down in the description box, it tells you what their real names are and their artists. But anyway, it looks like in my journal that I started on January 7th working on 2012. So I'm going to let that sit there for a minute because I'm going to show you what it looked like the last time I showed it and what it's supposed to look like. But I started doing like mood stitching, and it was January, and I said, you know what, I want my Christmas things done. So I'm going to concentrate on those 3 until I can get them finished, because they're really not that big. I would say this one's probably the biggest, most stitching, because it has tons of beads on it. But anyway, I pulled it out on the 7th of January. And then, of course, the ladder incident, and then falling down and hurting my hip. So I was down a lot, and I worked on what I could on the days that I actually felt like sitting there and not laying down. So I'm also showing you a picture of what this looks like, because I had it. Okay, so it's got so many beads. I was working on a little hoop, a tension hoop, and then I didn't like that, because when I didn't feel good, I just couldn't get comfortable to do it. So I put it in a scroll frame, and I didn't like that because then it was this big, and I think my smallest one was like that big. So I'm like, no, can't do that. So I pulled out a small stretcher bar. So I've got it like this. I'm hoping the holes go away when I wash it and it's done. This is a 6, and what number is this? I do not know. I think these are a 12 or 14. But anyway, I'm doing it in 3. So I showed you what this looks like. This is all done. And then I brought the border down and I did the 3 frames, and now I'm filling it in by color. And then I'm going to go ahead and bead it when I'm done. But this is 2012 Ornaments, and you can see where I've done the white. Yeah, you can see some of it. This one says Noel. This is an angel, and this is Mrs. Claus. So anyway, I'm working on this, and so far it has gotten 13 days, because right now this is the piece I'm doing. So I'm definitely going to keep going until I either get tired of it or I finish with all the beading, and then I might go to the next project. I don't know, but right now this is the one I'm working on. So I actually only have 1 whip. The next one is 2014 Christmas, and it's a pretty big piece, and it is on 18 count vintage country mocha, and this is how far I got on it. I do put this in a little hoop and just sit back. So right now I'm doing the frame. I'm thinking about doing all 3 frames and then fill that in. And it's supposed to say Merry Christmas down the sides. I'm only putting Merry Christmas at the top. Down here I designed the vine thingies so they come down. And I don't know what I'm putting across the bottom. It might be the date I finish. I haven't really decided yet, but I do have the border designed. I don't want it to say Merry Christmas all the way around. So anyway, this one got 8 days is all, because I was doing them on an 8-day rotation, the Christmas project. So it got 8 days, and then I kind of set it aside. And then my last one that I'm working on is the 2015 Ornaments. I'm doing them all in one piece. I have them on stretcher bars. They take beads as well, but I have it on stretcher bars. I sat down one day and finished the whole border around, and I finished the ornaments border. My blue pen kind of like, it'll come out. It just kind of smeared a little bit when I was trying to remove it. It'll come out when I do it. Otherwise, I'll just put some more blue around and make it look like it's part of it. But this one is 2015, and it also only got 8 days. But like I said, I went ahead and did the borders. I filled in all of the little snowflakes and doodads in between. And it's ready to fill in with the last 4 ornaments, and then I can bead. It just takes little tiny red beads. That's all. I had put other beads in there, like here it's like a light green thingy. I had a light green. Here I had a dark green. And I thought, you know what, it calls for red. I just picked all those off and put red beads on. Except for his eyes right here, they're green. And if there's another little person, they'll get green too. So, that's all I got. And like I said, my hip feels better. So that's nice. I'm able to actually do things around the house now when the virus lets me. And the coughing fits. And I'm trying to do as much cross-stitch as I can. I'm working on the 3 Christmas, and I really want to get them all done I really want to get Rapunzel done, and I still have way other projects. Did I ever do a whip parade? I don't know if I did or not. If I did not do a whip parade... Oh, I did. It said my last video was a whip parade for starting the year. So if you watch that, you'll see my other projects. But in total, I stitch for 60 days, more or less. I see where I have 2 days where I just slept. There's another one the day after I fell. It hasn't been fun. It has not been a fun 2023 yet. So I'm not even counting days anymore. So as far as like when my next videos are, I don't know if I can do the 10 anymore, because that's going to be boring just to show one video or one project for 10 days. And because I don't think anybody is going to be done within a 10-day frame. Not unless I have a lot of time to just stitch. I'm going to try for every 2 weeks. So I guess I'll be back in the middle of March somewhere, hopefully. We don't have anything horrible. And if it's not March, then I'll just do it once a month. I don't know what else to do. I'm not even counting on days anymore. I had plans, and I'm trying to stitch every single day, and I just wanted to get a video up to let everybody know, because I'm losing subscribers again. Whatever. I just wanted everybody to know that I'm still here, I'm still stitching, and I'm still making videos. So, okay, so that's all I got. Take care. Stay safe. If you've had it, I hope you feel better, because ours is lingering. If you haven't had it yet, I mean, it took us 3 years to get it. Be extra careful. You can't be too careful. And take care of yourself while you have it, because I never want it again. So, don't know. I'm going to say March 15th, somewhere around there. And that's all I got. Bye for now.